Hey, what's up, everybody? Justin Young here with Agents Resource Group, Senior Life Insurance Company. And I want to make an announcement to you. No system will work if you don't. In other words, no system's going to work for you if you don't work the system, okay? We have systems in place at Agents Resource Group and with Senior Life Insurance Company that are time-tested, industry-proven, okay? 30 plus years. All right. We know the system that you need to be on to make this career life changing for you. And one of the biggest mistakes that so many new agents make when they get into this business is they try to shortcut it. They try to come up with some way. They try to somehow they think in their mind, never been in the business before, but they think they know a better way to go out and sell senior life. Okay. And let me save you a lot of head bangs and knee scrapes. It does not exist. Okay. This system that we preach, leads, okay, starting at 9 a.m. and working till dark 30, being willing to do whatever it takes. Having self-integrity, meaning you set a goal for yourself. Daily, you have daily goals, weekly goals, goals for the month, and goals for the year when it comes to your production. And you don't let anything get in the way of that. You don't let any distractions get in the way. You limit the distractions, okay? And you understand that you don't go home if you're a field agent, or you don't quit dialing if you're a telesales agent until you have hit that daily goal. And if you hit that goal every day, then guess what? You will hit it for your week. And if you hit every weekly goal, you're going to hit it for the month. And if you hit every monthly goal, you're going to successfully accomplish your goals for that year. You know, we sent out earlier this week, we sent out an actual graphic, a picture graphic that shows the breakdown of what we call the next level sales system. Okay. And, you know, we listen, if you're going to be successful at all this business, you have to take leads, and you have to take a minimum of 20 leads a week. Now, that's not to say if you're just brand new starting off. I just spoke with a new recruit on the phone just a few moments ago and explained to them, you know, listen, if you're just absolutely dirt poor at this moment, you know, but you've got your license, you've done what you need to do. I went over some strategies with them on how to work their warm market, on how to do what I've done so many times years ago when I didn't have a good system, okay, and I was a field agent, where I would go and pull up in my vehicle to government housing, okay, or elderly apartment complexes. And I crafted me a script of what to say at that door, and I would walk. That way I wasn't killing my gas money, driving all over Kingdom Come, and I'd park my vehicle in one place for the day, and I would walk and I would sell. And rarely did I ever do that I didn't make anywhere from $2,500 to upwards of $4,000 sometimes in a day. Okay, but I had the tenacity, I had the will to win. My kids had to eat. Okay, and I would like to say, the timid salespeople have skinny kids, and if you haven't seen my kids, none of them skinny. Okay, so they all have ate well and continue to eat well. My point in that is that you have to be willing to do whatever it takes. Many times I would be in a town, in an area, and my leads didn't pan out well for me that week. And back in those days, you'd order leads. Sometimes you wasn't guaranteed. You didn't know how many orders you'd get. Okay, it could be scarce. And so I would drive 2 hours to work 10 leads. And in some of those cases, I would get through those 10 leads in a day maybe and do little to nothing. But I had to make the day pay. And you have to make the day pay. Okay, you don't run the day runs. The day don't run you, you run your day. And you're going to make that day pay. If Justin Young gets up and his feet hit the floor in the morning, I'm going to make that day pay. It's going to pay me, and it's going to pay me well. Okay, I'm not going to let it get the best of me. And in situations and cases like that, where I would be 2 hours from home, I'm out of leads, I'm going to find somewhere to pull up where I could exercise that strategy I just went over with you, and I can see multiple people, you know, with my vehicle parked in one place. Can't tell you how many times I've been in that situation, and maybe didn't know the area, couldn't find a good apartment complex or an actual not assisted, but an elderly living facility. And what I do, I would ride till I seen what we call a good looking house and final expense. So that's, looks like an elderly person's vehicle. We say Crown Vics and potted plants hanging from the porch, And if it looked like a good final expense house, I would pull up my White Page app, White Page, reverse search the address, it pulls their name up. And that way I'm on a first name basis with them. I know their age and everything based off of that White Page app when I walk up to the house. And that has saved my production many weeks. Okay. Luckily with Senior Life, we're blessed to have more leads than you can stand. Okay. You got every kind of lead you can think of. You got it at the touch of a button on your phone through Leads the Way. You should be ordering direct mail leads every week, especially if you're a field agent or even phone agents. The top telesales agents with Senior Life, they're not sitting there waiting on live transfers to come to them, okay, with a bunch of dead time. And a lot of times you don't have to wait very long, especially if you're licensed in multiple states, as you should be if you're a telesales agent. However, between time, they're calling on direct mail leads. They've got a stack sitting there ready to go. So it's about activity. It's about action. It's about massive action and being willing to do whatever it takes, okay? No system will work if you don't work it. But in that next level system that we sent out earlier this week, if you take 50 leads a week, okay, 50 leads a week, that's about $1,200 a week in lead costs, okay? But out of those leads, if you sell 13 of those, okay, then out of those 13 that you sell, that's going to be $8,800, $8,800, okay? Minus your lead cost, that puts you at $7,600 in net commission, net profit that you're earning that week. Why would you not spend $1,200 to be able to make 13 sales, okay? And to be able to pocket $7,600 for you and your family? Chances are those of you that are watching this have probably never tasted of that cut. You don't know what it's like to be able to earn that type of money in 1 week, okay, which is more than 97% of America earns in a month. All right. If you want to be a top earner, listen, you're sitting in a Ferrari right now. Why drive 30 miles an hour? You have the system. But so many of you put pressure on yourself. Oh my God, $1,200 in leads. That blows your mind, because you may be coming from a career field where you don't make $1,200 every 2 weeks. Okay. Some of you may not make that in a month. I don't know your situation, but I'm telling you, the final expense life insurance industry, the Senior Life system, and you don't got to buy 50 leads. Listen, spend 500, start with 20 leads. Work those 20 leads a week. Out of those 20 leads a week, you're going to make 3 to 5 sales, and you're going to take home over $1,000 a week. All right. You're going to change your life, but you have to put pressure on the system. Don't put pressure on yourself. Apply the pressure to the system. Think with me right now. Think of what it would feel like to take all the pressure off of yourself, order the leads, put the credit card down, take your money out of savings. That's how much I believe in it. I don't care what your situation is. Find a way. Borrow the money from your parents if you got to. Do whatever you got to do, but you have to get started, okay? You miss 100% of every shot that you do not take, and it takes massive action. But if you will put massive action into this business, I'm living proof. So many others in this company with us at H Resource Group are living proof that this opportunity will change your life. It will change your life, okay? Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in my case at this point, millions and millions of dollars, okay? It will funnel into your livelihood, into your life, changing you and your life and your family's life, and giving you the ability to have options of where your kids go to school, options of what vacations you're going to take and how long you're going to take it for, options of what charities you're going to help and how much you're going to give to your church in the offering plate next Sunday, or whatever it may be. It gives you those options. Money is a tool. It gives you options, okay? And we want you to have those options, but you have to work, okay? The coffee don't work if you don't, okay? You can get all jacked up every morning and run in circles, okay? But busyness is not productiveness. Anybody that runs around saying, well, I'm busy and I've been all these places and I've seen all these people this week, if you've been all these places and seen all these people, where's the production? Okay. You have to be productive. Anybody I know that's always talking about how busy they are is broke. Okay. Because rich people don't think in those terms. They don't talk that way. If you talk to a rich person, he wants to know how productive you are, or he's going to tell you what he produced that week. He's not going to run around, man, I'm busier than a one-legged man in a butt kicking contest, as my daddy used to say. They don't talk like that. Okay. They're not running around talking about how busy they are. Okay. It's a paradigm change. It's a mindset change. Okay. And your mindset is everything in this business. So this is kind of a little coaching session for you today, but it's also, I hope this encourages you, because if you will just apply pressure to the system, there is no remedy known to man that's going to replace hard work. Okay. And this business, the longer you're in it, you can continue to work smarter and not harder. Okay. You can build an agency. You can build a team. You can take where you're just selling one-on-one every day and shift into recruiting and changing other people's lives in this business. Once your overrides are at a place that you can sustain that and live off of that financially. This business is a beautiful journey. It's not always easy. Okay. But like I've said so many times, I know so many people that would rather continue roofing in 100-degree weather because they get a guaranteed paycheck from their boss, killing their back and their body and skin cancer all over their forehead, and living a life of just hard manual labor for a guaranteed check because they're too scared to come to a system. Would love it, tell you they would love to, but are too scared to make the jump. And your parachute's never going to open. You're never going to fly to lofty heights and exotic locations and live the life you want to live if you don't make the leap, if you don't make the jump. And you got to be willing to bust your knees, to have some bad days, to have some bad weeks even, if you struggle a little bit starting off, to be able to figure it out. Okay. But once you figure it out, and and the biggest part of figuring it out is realizing, if I'll just apply the system, if I'll buy the leads and I will go to work and I won't let distractions get in the way. Okay. But it takes a tenacity. It takes, like I've been so many years, if I hadn't hit my number for the day and my kids had a ball game or my little girl had a recital, I'm there for the important things, but I'm going to sacrifice because daddy's got to hit his number, because we have to live, we have to survive, and it takes money to do that. Okay. So back in the day, I would sacrifice. I would do what I needed to do, but nothing get in the way of me hitting my goal. I didn't let nothing get in the way. I remember my granddaddy being in the hospital one time. We thought he was about to pass away. And I done stood around the hospital about as long as I could. And by 4:30 that day, I said, you know what? I've stood here all I can. I've sucked up air conditioning in this hospital all I can. And as much as I hate the situation for my family and for my grandfather, he would want me to provide for my family. And me standing here is not going to change anything with his situation. But what it is going to change is the amount of income I have coming in this week, and could affect my financial solvency and my ability to pay my bills for my kids. And my kids is healthy. They're fine. They're still living. So I can't do nothing about granddaddy right now. But what I can do something about, what I can control, I can't control the situation, the awful situation he's in at this moment, but what I can control is my personal income. And all top high achievers understand that key principle. When times are difficult, when times are traumatic, when the world's in chaos, like it has been for the past year plus with the coronavirus and all the tension and the division and all these things going on, if you're a super achiever, you're focused on the things you can control. You're focused on your workout. You're focused on your diet. You're focused on your production and how you can go out and make money for your family. Because let me tell you something, who's in the White House has nothing to do with what's going on in your house. Ultimately, it does not. I have succeeded and I have struggled through Democrat, Republican, good, bad, ugly. But you know what? Whether I was struggling or whether I was abounding, there was one common denominator every time, and it was me. It was this guy right here. Okay. And so don't be the weapon formed against your own self that causes you not to prosper. Get your mind right. Control what you can control. What you can't control is your income. You're in the driver's seat. You are driving this Ferrari that is the Final Expense Life Insurance business. Why would you go 30 miles an hour? Why would you creep along? Listen to me today. Put your foot down. Press it all the way to the floor. Experience the G's. Let it snatch your neck back in the seat. Understand what it's like to have 500 plus horses under you. Okay? That's what this business is. Don't cower back. Don't let fear get in the way. There's so many of us. Get on Senior Life's YouTube. Get on our YouTube. We sent out a podcast today with how this business has changed one of our executives' lives here at Agents Resource Group. Program your mind with the success stories and tell yourself, if they can do it, they're no better than me. I can do it. And that's the truth. If one person can be successful in this business, that eliminates any argument that you have, because a person with an experience is not at the mercy of a person with an opinion. Everybody's got an opinion, but them opinions do not pay your bills. Okay. You do, and your production does. We want you to be successful, but hear me today. Put pressure on the system. Start with 20 leads a week. Then get some cash flow going. 30 leads, 40 leads. Buy 50 leads a week and net over $7,600 in commission weekly for you and your family. This is a beautiful business, a residual income business, a business that builds massive passive income for you and your family. If you'll trust the system, if you'll get in here and go to work, there's hundreds of successful agents making six-figure incomes with Senior Life. Don't you want to be the next one? Don't you want to be the next one? Don't you want to be the next success story? How many success stories do you need to hear before you go out and build your own? Today's the day. Now's the time. There will never be perfect circumstances. There will never be the perfect time to get in this business. There'll never be the perfect time if you're already just starting in this business where you feel like you got enough money to buy leads. Listen, you have to jump. If you want to soar, you have to jump. And you got to trust the system. You got to trust that parachute. You got to get out here and make this deal happen. I hope this has encouraged you today. Buy the leads, people. Leads drive the business. The more leads you take, the more money you make. Treat this like a real job. Put your everything in it. Be obsessed, okay? Become obsessed with this business. And I promise you, the money from it will become obsessed with you. Don't spend your whole life chasing money. Direct your life in such a way that money begins to chase you, because it's important. Second to oxygen, it's the most important thing out there. You can't do anything without it. You can't bless nobody, help your family, help yourself, take a trip. You can't do nothing. Everything takes money, okay? So put yourself in a position to be a top producer today. Become a top earner. We want to give you awards. We want to see you on stage. We want you traveling to these insurance conventions all over the world with us. Control what you can control today, and you can control yourself. Okay, it all starts here with the correct mindset. We want you to be, do, and have more with us here at Agents Resource Group. As always, if you need us, reach out to us, and we wish you the very best. We wish you the most success, but we have no control over that. Ultimately, we'll give you all the support we can. We'll lead you to the water, but you got to drink, and the water is good. It's real good, okay? God bless you. I hope this has encouraged you. Again, if you need us, reach out. Thank you.